All right, so let's get this started. So today we are going to go over how to set up a Facebook video ad. So what we're going to do is I'm going to explain some old versus new tactics. We'll go over a simple strategy that you can follow. I'll show you how to set it up. I'll jump right in. I'll talk about the bonus. And then if you have any questions, just type them into the chat box and I will answer them right at the end. So the way the trainings work, my trainings are pretty much the same, where it's about half hour, 45 minutes. I'll jump in. I will, it's more over the shoulder. So I have some slides, but I really like to kind of show you how to do it. So we'll jump and do that. The best way is just to watch me do this. Then when you get the replay, either today or tomorrow, I usually send it out within a day. Follow my instructions then. Don't try to do it while you're watching this because it's just going to be too confusing. And, if you can unplug from distractions, just give me a half hour of your time and I promise you will learn a ton. So just real quick about myself. I'm the owner of Hey Remodelers. We only work with kitchen and bathroom remodelers and countertop companies. I've been doing this for about 10 years, marketing for about 10 years. The last couple of years, really just working with kitchen and bath and countertop companies. It's nice because, we work with companies all over the US. So if something's working in Florida, usually we can apply that to our client that's working in Colorado. So it's good. I really enjoy learning and just really doing better for our clients month after month. And my wife is Lisa. I have 2 kids, Mason and Lola. We are currently all at home, working from home. Kids are doing their homeschool thing, so you might hear them in the background at some point. So let's jump in and get moving here. So the old tactics are, local TV, local radio, newspapers. These are just some average costs. I actually used to work for one of the marketing companies that I worked at. They owned some TV stations. And what I did the digital marketing for them, but, there was another department. And I was always, trying to find out more about it. Again, this was a while ago. These are some average prices, but, they knew their audience. If you have a TV commercial, they do know what type of audience they can put in front of, but they never really knew like what that would convert into. How many leads does the company get? How many, calls should they expect? And I know it's hard to judge that when you're doing any type of advertising, but especially with these old school methods, they never really knew. And I just, as a business owner myself, I would want to know at least something. So again, if you have unlimited budget, do whatever you can. But if there is a limited budget, running a TV commercial for $5,000, with $5,000 with a Facebook ad, you would get a boatload of exposure and leads. So just something to think about. And the new tactic costs are, Google ads, Facebook ads, SEO. This is really what works in your industry. So, Google ads works really nicely. Usually I see a monthly budget, $500 to $1,500 a month. Google spends that daily. So you set a daily budget. Facebook ads, about $300 to $600. Again, if you have more of a budget, spend more. But, this is what you could kind of expect to spend in some of these new tactics. And SEO, again, all companies range on what they charge, but it's usually around $1,500 a month. So it just gives you an idea. But what you can see is, you can run a Facebook ad, which is, you could almost make it like a commercial. And I'll kind of show you some of what we do with that. And, you could do it for $1 a day even. But, $10, $20 a day compared to if you were to run a TV commercial, it's $5,000 or somewhere around that cost or more actually, in one shot, so it's very, very different. And, with these type of old school budgets, you can definitely do a lot digitally. So definitely something to think about. So let's talk about the strategy. We are going to promote your business on Facebook and Instagram with a video ad. Now there's all different ways to do this. I'm going to show you. Facebook actually has a tool where you can make a slideshow. The downside is I believe you can only make it 15 seconds long, but it is, it does look like a video, and it's pretty neat. It's pretty easy to use. So that's the first thing. And then, if you have a video, though, if you have a video of your business, of your showroom, of, your team, whatever it is, audiences on social media like that raw content. It doesn't have to look as good as a TV commercial. You do want it to look decent, just because it's your brand and it's your business. But, social media users do like that raw content. So, and they consume it so fast that, it's not like you're going to run one video for 6 months. It would just get old. It would get stale. So these shorter videos are usually better because you do have to do it every so often. I wouldn't say once a month, but again, it depends on your budget. But if it's like $3 to $5 a day, every other month or so, or every couple of months, you want to switch that out. Where a TV commercial, you could probably run for a full year. So again, some other differences. I'll show you how to target homeowners, kind of some of the stuff that we do. I'll show you how to do that slideshow of your work. Again, it's pretty easy to set up in Facebook. And then, see, the nice thing with a digital strategy is with a TV commercial, you could say, call us today. Then you'll have your phone number, or if that's a radio commercial, you can put your website on there. But, someone can't easily just click and then that action happens. With a digital ad, especially a video ad on Facebook, we'll put your website in there so they click and then they're over to your website. You can even put your phone number in there if you wanted to. It's that instant call to action where they see your ad, they take an action, and then they're doing the next step. Where on a TV commercial, radio commercial, it's just harder. So again, another positive of digital. So let's see here. Let me just show you the screen real quick. This is a company in the US that we're running some Facebook ads for. These are lead ads, so it's a little bit different. But again, I just want to show you what a type of spend can get you. So this is 5 leads right here. This is right from May 1st and May 19th. This is $36 a lead, and this is $181 spent overall. So under $200, they got 5 leads. That's pretty good. Again, you're not going to get that with a TV commercial or a radio commercial. It's just not going to happen. So again, this isn't a video ad, so I just want to make that clear. This is a different type of ad, but you got to test all of these different ads to see what works for your business in your area. So that's that. Let's jump into Facebook. Actually, let me show you the screen real quick. So to begin, you want to set up a Facebook ads account. I'm not going to show you how to do that because it's pretty simple to do. Most of you might already have this, but I will send you these links in the replay. So you want to set up a Facebook ads account. You could go to this top link to set that up. And then you can go to the bottom link to actually go to the Facebook Ads Manager. And that's what we're going to jump in next. And Facebook needs your billing information. If they don't have it, they're not going to run your ads. So you want to make sure to do that. So let's jump right into Facebook. Now, I do have to warn you that sometimes when I do these live, I have technical issues. And it's really more on Facebook's end. Things might not work as I want them to. So it's just a warning. But hopefully everything runs smooth. So Facebook Ads Manager. Sorry, my printer's going off in the background. This is Facebook Ads Manager, and this is where you manage all of your ads. So to jump in, you would jump in here and you would start to create your ad. I'm not going to explain every little piece of this because there's a lot to it, but just a quick rundown. This is your billing tab, your business settings, audiences, if you set those up, and everything right here. So again, you will want to set up your billing because Facebook's not going to run the ad unless you do that. So make sure you do that right here. So the first thing is you're going to jump in here and you click on create. So when you click on this, you're either going to see this screen or you're going to see this screen right here. Now, I actually like the other screen, so I'm going to go back to that one. It does the same thing, but it's just two different views. So I'm going to go back to this. And let me explain this. So in Facebook, an ad is broken up into an ad campaign is broken up into three different sets. So you have your campaign right here, and this is your objective. So it's whether you want to, send traffic to your website, whether you want to get video views, and that's what we're going to do today. Those ads I showed you before, those are lead ads where I got all those leads. That's an objective, page likes, all different objectives. Now, what works best in the kitchen and bath and countertop industries is traffic, video, lead ads, message ads. I wouldn't really mess with the page likes, unless you want more page likes on your page, but again, it's not really necessary. I'd really focus on one of those that I mentioned. So again, it's traffic, video, lead generation, and messages. Now, for this, you want to pick video views. Let me pick that. You're going to name it, so you could just name it Video View Campaign. Now, I said there's three sets. This is your objective. So this is, the main objective of this campaign, video views. We want more video views, kind of like a commercial. You don't need these options on. Sometimes they're on by default, sometimes they're not. So you could just turn those off, name your campaign. Now the next set right here is your ad set. And this is where your targeting is. So I'm going to show you how to pick homeowners, but your location set here, your budget set here, all of your targeting options are set here. And then the last part of the campaign is your ad, and this is where we will create the ad. So you would start this, name it Video View Campaign, make sure this stuff's off, pick video views, name your ad set. It could just be your local area, so Tampa, Florida, or wherever you are, and then just name your ad. It could be Video Ad 1. So do all that, click Save to Draft. I'm not going to do that because I already have it set up. So then it's going to bring you into a screen like this. Now, if it doesn't right away, that's okay. You can click on this, and then it'll bring you to this tab. So again, it's broken up by campaign, ad set, and ad. So at any time, you could toggle between those tabs. So here is the ad set. Again, this is where your targeting is. Now, budget, whatever you feel comfortable with, set your budget right here. So I'm setting it at $5 a day. You could start with $1 a day if you want. We have clients that do a couple of bucks a day, have clients that do $20 a day, $50 a day. It's really whatever you're comfortable with. 5 is a good number, but 3, 5, 10, somewhere around there. So set that. You can set a start and end date, but I usually don't. Just make sure, this thing, if you don't set an end date, this thing's going to continue the run. So it's not going to ever get turned off if you don't set that end date. But you can always just switch it on off by clicking this button. So do that. As you go down a little bit more, you want to set your local area. So you want to, pick your area. I usually do put the city in. You can even put your address in, and then I'll do a radius around the area. So this is 25 miles around Tampa. And one quick tip here, by default, I think Facebook will have this option, but you really only want people living in this location, because you don't really care about people that are traveling here on vacation, because you don't really need to show an ad to them. So people living in this location. So make sure you select that. 30 to 65 is usually a good age range. All genders, keep that. Now, some of the targeting options, again, you can play around with this. This is some stuff that works for our clients. Married is usually a good option. So you would simply type in married and then pick here, let me do it. I don't know if, since it's already there, if it will. since it's already there. So you don't want the interest, you want the relationship status. So make sure you pick that one. So you do that, then you press narrow further because it's going to be married plus they're interested in some type of home improvement. Again, that doesn't mean that they're a homeowner. Unfortunately, Facebook got rid of that targeting. There used to be a homeowner targeting in here, but they got rid of it. So this is kind of the best thing that we have. So married and home improvement. Now you could further it down, and if you look over here, that's 230,000 people. It's a decent amount of people. Now, and for this, you usually want to stay around 10,000 to a couple of 100,000. I know that's a big range, but that's usually a good number. You don't want to get into like the millions. It's just too many people. It's too broad of an audience, kind of like a TV commercial. Just millions of people see it, or hundreds of thousands, however many are in your area. But there's only so many that are in that target group. So that's the beauty of Facebook. You can define that target group at least more than you could with the old school methods. Now, we got married, we got home improvement. Can narrow this further. Which works nice sometimes is adding in education level. So my college graduates. So you can pick this, and you can pick all of these, you know, in college. I mean, if they're there in their 30s and they're in college, that's good. It's a little bit different if someone's in their early 20s in college, master's degree, professional degree. So you can pick all of those, but you can see what it did to that audience, chopped it in half almost, 120,000. But it's even more defined now. You know, it's married, plus they're interested in home improvement, plus they have some type of college education. Again, and that doesn't mean this is every one of your customers and clients is in this bracket, but when you're doing this advertising, you have to narrow it down in some way. So definitely test these out. You know, you might even want to get rid of the college education or the relationship status and do like maybe home improvement and education. So definitely test these different audiences. Now, as you scroll down, you don't want to show it everywhere. Facebook, by default, will automatically show it all on all of their feeds and different apps that they have. Again, unlimited budget, yeah, you could do that. I mean, I have clients with $100 a day budget, and we still don't do that because we find the best is usually the Facebook news feed, Facebook Instagram feed. There's a couple other things that work in here, like the stories. You could test that, but like this in stream, the search, the messages, and article, I deselect all of those because we see the best results here. So, by default, these will be selected. So you want to deselect these. So go down and do that. Now, as I go down even further, there shouldn't be any other options that you have to pick. Let's see here. You can keep everything as is. You know, impressions fine. This is fine. And you can keep it just as is. So you'll keep that. And now we'll create the ad. So, and don't publish it until you're done. You can just X out of this. You can kind of jump around into all of these screens. Facebook will actually save all your information automatically. So now let's jump into the ad. So right here. So this is where you create your ad. So again, you can name it whatever you want. Ad one, video ad one, whatever it is. Name that. Pick your pages. You know, pick your Facebook page and an Instagram page if you have one. On Instagram, you can only run a video that's 60 seconds or less. On Facebook, I don't think it matters. I don't think they have a maximum length, but just something to keep in mind. Now, you can either upload a video that you have. That's what, you know, this is just an example for my business page. So this is a video that I have, or you can create the slideshow. So for the slideshow, all you need are pictures. So let me explain this. These are different templates that Facebook has. And if you click on one, you can kind of see them going through. It just, you know, it's a basic slideshow, but it's a video. So They look pretty good. They look decent. The downfall of these, they're only 15 seconds long. I think the longest one is 15 seconds. Yeah, so it's this one right here. So unfortunately, that's not bad. 15 seconds is still okay, but you can't create something that's like 30, 45 seconds long. So it's, again, it is a disadvantage of that. They might add more eventually. I'm not sure why they only have 15-second long videos, but, it's something that you can't do here. So we do these for our clients. They actually work pretty nicely. I like to test everything. So we do these. So for this, you would simply do this and then just continue, and it's very easy just to add the pictures, add the text. I'm not going to go through that because it's really a step-by-step thing. So you would create that video through the slideshow, or you can upload a video like I did. So let me just, if you were to add a video, you would just select your video, upload it here, select it if it's already in there, click continue, and then it's going to pop up right here. So that will be your video. Now, if you scroll down, there's a couple of areas where you can add some text in your website. So the first thing you want to do is add a little bit of text above the ad. I wouldn't add a super long paragraph, but something depending on what your video is about, add a sentence in there. So if this was a video slideshow of a recent project, I might put, look at a recent countertop job we did for a family in Tampa. Simple, calls out your location, which is good. And, could add an emoji in there. That makes it even a little bit more personal. But, something simple up there. Now, you want to click on this add a website URL and add in a little headline below the ad for this right here. So get a quote today, learn more about us today. You can even just put your business name in there. Test different things, but put in a short headline here. Now for this, I actually usually don't put in a description because I like it just to look clean and simple. So I click in this box, put a space bar or tap on the space bar, and it gets rid of this whole description. And then here, you simply want to pop in your website. So, this is going to be the ad. They'll see I know it's kind of hard to see, but you have your text at the top. Then you have your video right here. You have a little headline, and then you have a button that you can change. Learn more works good. Get a quote looks good. Let me see. Send message, but that's for a messenger ad. Usually learn more or get a quote is good for your industry. So use one of those. And then, they click on this and then they go to your website. So again, unlike a TV commercial, radio commercial where they can't interact with your ad, they'll see it here, they'll click on it, and now they're off to your website. So definitely add in your website in that spot. Then as you go down, if you have the Facebook pixel installed and all of that, great. If not, that's okay. So you can select that here. And that's basically it. That's how you set it up. I'm trying to think of anything else here. Again, test this out. Run it for $5 to $10 a day, $3 a day, even $1 a day if you want, and see what happens. But let it run. Don't start it one day and then stop it 2 days later. Let it run. That's the biggest problem with Facebook ads, Google ads, all of that. You have to be patient. And, I know it's hard when you're spending money on advertising dollars, but you got to let it run. If this doesn't collect data, you're really going to never know what works and what doesn't work. So you need to let it run. And then when you're done, you would simply click publish, and that's it. So the way it works is Facebook will review your ad. They usually do not manually review them unless there's something in here that triggers one of their automatic computers that approve ads. Then it might go to a manual review. Most likely that's not going to happen unless you put something like COVID in here, coronavirus. We have seen those trigger their computer systems. And not saying that that's bad, but most likely it will not go through because people are taking advantage of that. So you definitely want to steer clear of that. So it takes about a couple of hours to a day or two max to get approved, and then your ad's running, and that's it. And then once it's running, just let it run like I said, and you can always turn it off by just going in here and clicking on this button. So it's very simple to do if you don't set that end date. So remember that. This thing's going to keep running. Facebook's going to charge you, and unless you turn it off or do whatever with it, it's going to just keep spending money. So just keep that in mind. So let's jump back to the slides here. All right, so let me talk about this bonus. Now, I've never done something like this before, so it could go great or it could be a complete disaster. So I don't like how you can only have a 15-second ad in Facebook with that tool. So what I'm going to do is, with this replay, I'm going to send out a link. You fill out a simple form, and I'm actually going to create a video for you for free. It's still going to be a slideshow type video, but at least it'll be a little bit longer. Have a little bit more effects. It'll look nice. It's not going to be this like ridiculous production. I'm just going to warn you that now, but it is going to be something nice that you can use, whether you use it on Facebook as a video ad or you can even use it on your website. So I'll send out the details with that when I send out the recording. But just, again, it's something that, I know it's tough for everyone right now, although we are seeing an improvement, across the industry, but it's something I can do to help out. So I'll send that out. The only other things is if you want to book a strategy session, definitely jump on my website, heyremodelers.com. I'll review your website. I'll go over strategy. We'll look at your competitors. I'll be honest with you. I'll let you know what we do. I'll let you know all of our packages. If it's a good fit, great. If not, that's okay. We're not a good fit for everyone. Everyone is not a great fit for us. So there's no pressure. You'll learn a ton. So definitely head over to my website. There's a bunch of buttons to book a call. You can't miss them. So just go there, book a call. And here's a quick sample for one of our clients. They're in the US. This is a call log from their Google Ads. So you could see on the 15th, they were getting leads. On the 14th, they were getting leads. On the 13th. So like I said, things are really picking up, which is fantastic. Google ads are working great. Facebook ads are working good. SEO is a long-term strategy, but that works good. So you really should do all of this, but it works, and it's working right now. I mean, this is just from a couple of days ago. So again, jump on my website, heyremodelers.com, click book a call, and we'll get you set up with a strategy session. Now, if you have any questions, type them into the chat box. I got through this in about a half hour, so that's pretty good. Type them in. I'm just going to take a quick sip of water, and then I see a couple questions. I'll answer them. All right, so the first question I see is, when will you send it? So they're asking, when will you send out the recording and how do you get that video? So I'm going to send this recording out. Could be today, latest will be tomorrow. It'll go out before the weekend. You'll get an email about that. And then for this video, I'm going to just send out a simple form, and then you fill it out, and you will, and then we'll create the video, and then we'll send it over to you. So the video will probably take a week, 1 to 2 weeks, probably not 2, but probably just 1 week. Again, I never did something like this before, so it's new. But again, it's totally free, no strings attached. That's just something that I wanted to do. I see another question. Is there a fee for the strategy call? Absolutely not. You can book a call. Just go to my website right here. Again, you'll see buttons literally all over my website. Book a call, book a call. So just go to my website, book a call. There's no fee. There's really no pressure. Again, I jump on the strategy call. We go over your website. We go over what's going on in your area. I'm very honest and upfront with you on, what you should do. I explain what I do. If it's good, it's within your budget, great. If not, that's okay. It's, again, we're not the best fit for everyone. So it's really just to learn about your business. I'll give you some good information. I'll even jump on your website, give you some tips there. I love just talking about this. Usually takes about a half hour, basically the same amount of time of this call. And it's, again, similar to this. I share my screen. I go over, everything, and that's about it. So definitely take advantage of it. You'll learn something. If we work together, great. And if not, that's okay. So do that. I see another question in here about the, okay, so this is a good question. So they're asking, how does the budget work in Facebook? So the question was a little bit worded a little bit different, but that's the basis of the question. And that's a great question. The way Facebook's budget works, it's the daily budget. So actually, let me click down on this lifetime budget. They do have a lifetime budget, but I always use daily. There's something with the lifetime budget. I can't remember right at this moment, but there is a disadvantage to that. I think you have to set an end date to it. Let me just see. Yeah, so you have to set a start and end date with the lifetime budget. I don't like that because if something's working nicely, I just want it to keep running. So you have a little bit more control in the start and end time with the daily budget. So you go in here, again, $1 a day, $3 a day, $5 a day. Start small. You don't have to start huge. A lot of my clients, it's 3, 5, 15. I have one that does 20, one that does, 100. I'm trying to think if there's one that's more than $100 a day. I have done one that was $1,000 a day. It was for a short period of time, but Facebook's going to spend your money. This is where they make their money, and they make a lot of it here. So, this is where you send it. It's your daily budget. The way they charge you is, I believe, once you hit a threshold. So if you hit $250, they charge your card, or at the end of the month, they'll charge your card. So again, it's either way that they charge you, but that's basically how that works. All right, great. I don't think I see any more questions. If you have any questions, email me. I'm always around to help out. I live and breathe this stuff. I do it all day. I do it for my clients. I do it for myself. You might be on this from one of my Facebook ads. So, I don't just talk about this stuff. I actually do it myself. Book a strategy session, learn more about your business. I'll show you what I do. And that's about it. So again, if you have any questions, let me know, and I will talk to you all soon.